So thank you very much. We're going to start today's webinar. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. We're taking it off to the Caribbean. So Jade, you're going third today. Give us a little snippet as who you are, where you're from, and your prize.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Jade, and I'm the Key Account Manager in the UK and Europe. Well, probably pretty much everywhere, actually, for True Blue Bay in Grenada. And we're giving an amazing prize of £50 through True Blue Bay Rewards today. So I'm very excited to talk to you all about that in a little bit.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Jade. Sophia, hello. Big welcome to you.
Everybody, welcome to Barbados. My name is Sophia. I am the events manager in the sales and marketing department. We've just transitioned from Elegant Hotels, sorry, to the Marriott brand. So I'm excited for y'all to see what we have to offer, and you will see what we have to offer later this morning.
Super. And you've got a prize today for us.
Yes, I have two nights in our all-inclusive. Any one of those six.
Perfect. 2 nights all inclusive. Thank you very much, Sophia. And Stephen, hello. You're looking very cold today.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not in Tobago. I'm in London, and it is getting colder and colder and colder. So yes, I am the sales and marketing manager for the beautiful island of Tobago, and I'm going to take you on a little bit of a voyage of discovery around the island. And yes, I have a prize of a lovely little gift bag, a little goodie bag that I will ship off to whoever is my winner.
Perfect. Stephen, take us to Tobago.
Excellent. All right, I shall share. We shall go through the normal rigmaroles of making sure everything works. Hopefully you can all see that.
It's coming.
Is that okay for everyone? Everyone can see that?
All good.
Oh, yes.
Yep, all good.
Perfect. Well, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to all. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Yes, my name is Stephen Smith. I'm the sales and marketing manager for the beautiful island of Tobago, as I just said. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a voyage of discovery around my island. So without further ado, I should like to continue. One thing I will add before, because I usually run out of time, is that we do have an online training program and we have a rewards program as well. OTT Tobago is the online training program, and there's 2 different modules on there. So it basically reiterates a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about today, but you can do that in your own time. And we have a rewards program which has just restarted about a month ago, where we obviously reward you for any bookings you do to Tobago. So that's tobagorewards.com. Okay, where is Tobago? We're right at the very bottom of the crest of Caribbean islands, as you can see here, bottom right-hand side. We are the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, but our focus today is the island of Tobago, up just northeast of Trinidad. Now, getting there, this is just with a focus of the UK market. The British Airways currently flies twice a week direct from London Gatwick to Tobago. I say direct. The service does touch down in St. Lucia, but passengers do not disembark. So it's classed as a direct service. Passengers stay on the aircraft for an hour, and then they take off again and land in beautiful Tobago, which does obviously open up opportunities for 2 centres. You can actually sell that as a twin centre opportunity there. But yes, obviously my focus is just on Tobago. And there is an alternative route. British Airways fly from Gatwick to Port of Spain in Trinidad, and then you can connect on Caribbean Airlines up to 12 times a day down to between the 2 islands. It's like they class it like a bus service. It takes like 20 minutes, and you can check all the way through and everything. So yes, lots of different opportunities in getting to Tobago from the UK. Now, one key little thing to add is, oh crikey, I didn't even change this. Open July 2025, but being the Caribbean, sad to say, or you'll not be surprised to hear that has actually been delayed. As you can see from these images, all these images are from the state-of-the-art new terminal facility that we have in Tobago, but it was scheduled to be open in July, and that has been delayed. What we now in our October, and it still hasn't opened. Soon come is the response that we're getting. But what I found out, or what I heard, was basically in structural wise, the airport terminal is completely built. They're doing, yeah, I know it's funny. All they're doing is working through the security elements and the back office elements. So very, very soon, whenever your customers come to Tobago, they'll be coming and arriving at our brand new state-of-the-art terminal. So yes, looking forward to it on my next visit. But it's the Caribbean, so things don't always run as smoothly as we hope, but soon come, soon come. The island itself, we are 27 miles. There's the airport down in the southern, the bottom left-hand corner, all the way up to the northeast side. It's about 27 miles tip to tip, and it's about 7 miles wide at its widest point. From the airport down here, all the way up to this point here, where you see Galt Island, which is an area called Speyside, it takes about an hour and a half. So it doesn't actually take that long to get around the island. Obviously, you won't just, unless you're going to stay in Speyside, if one of the properties there, you're going to be taking your time and seeing bits and pieces around the island. So yes, without further ado, I'm going to take you on a quick journey around the island, so you can actually see and understand some of the beautiful things that you can experience. We shall start down in the southern western tip near the airport. Now, this area is called Crown Point. And down here we have, this is where in Crown Point itself, where my arrow is pointed here, you'll find a few lovely properties. This is where most of the nightlife on a Friday and Saturday night will be. There's loads of restaurants, there's bars, there's activity and hubbub down in this area here. Just above it, you can see this area here, which is called Pigeon Point Heritage Park, which is this image here. This is where you can do either nothing on this gorgeous peninsula of beach area, which stretches all the way around there, do absolutely nothing, or you can do your kite surfing, your windsurfing, your jet skiing, or your sort of vigorous water sports, or your more genteel stand-up paddle boarding, glass bottom boat rides, more genteel water sport activities, kayaking, that sort of thing. The video clip that you can see here is with reference to this area here, which is the Bonacord Lagoon, and that is where we have the bioluminescence experience, where you can actually interact with this, the dinoflagellates, which light up as you interact with them. Absolutely gorgeous. I have done it a few times. I've been very, very fortunate to do it a few times. It is very, very beautiful. And if you have clients or you've traveled around and you've never experienced bioluminescence, that is definitely something you should sort of tick off your list. And that's all down in the southern western area. So yes, that's Crown Point, Pigeon Point, Bonacord Lagoon. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful area down here. Let's move further up the coast along this area here. So all the way from Mount Irvine, all the way up to Plymouth, you will find gorgeous, beautiful properties, little resort hotels, villas, luxury villas, villas down on the beach, beautiful, beautiful areas, sandy areas, lots of cove areas and beaches. And of course, the reason why I highlight this, and you can see from the images, this is one of the areas where you can actually interact and see the giant leatherback turtles nesting. And I point out there's loads of properties there. The turtles do actually nest all along this northern Caribbean coast, but because we have a plethora of properties down in this area here, that's the reason why you get to see them, because those properties are down there. So yes, you see the giant leatherback turtles, and then 6 weeks later, their little hatchlings will come out. This only happens between March and September every single year. So yes, that's if you have clients who specifically want to try and have that experience, everything from Mount Irvine Resort up to Starfish Tobago, Le Grand Corlan, Villas of Stonehaven, Plantation Villas. There's quite a few little properties all along that stretch there, and you can follow up by asking me to provide a list of the properties where your clients can stay, where if they're staying during that period of time, the chances are they will have that encounter. Not necessarily the hatchlings, because that's a little bit more difficult to see, but definitely they'll have a nesting, probably see a nesting coming during that period of time. So yes, beautiful part of the island if you want to be close to nature. And that's between Mount Irvine Bay and up to Plymouth. So let's travel a little bit further up the island. So up here we have, people who've seen my presentations before, who know me or met me before, they will know that this is kind of my favorite part of the island, between Castara Bay all the way up to Palais Touvier, this stretch here, even up to Bloody Bay up here. Gorgeous, pristine. And this is the key selling, this area is kind of the key selling point of Tobago, and that is its authenticity. The fact that this is, actually, people would describe this as your authentic Caribbean vibe. So small villages, very, very authentic, not much in the way of development. This is exactly how the villages look. This is Palais Touvier here. It's still a sleepy fishing village, just like Castara Village is here. The fishermen you can see out there are still pulling in their nets and going out to do their fishing every single day, as you can see here in Castara. This is Castara Retreat. So this is one of the sort of beautiful properties that overlook the bay, and down here, down on the beach, there's a little property called the Naturalist property. And there's again a couple of other little small little B&B type properties. Palo Tuve just has small B&B, 1 or 2 bedroom properties, or Airbnb type accommodation. So if you want to be close to that authentic, down to earth, nothing to do with a sort of big hotel resort type experience, then this is the area that you want to visit, and this is the area that you want to stay in. And it's kind of really resonates with me, as because every time I go there, it is just pristine and very, very, very peaceful, authentic Caribbean. And this image here, this video clip here, is of Englishman's Bay. It's our pride. It's the perfect beach if you want your Robinson Crusoe experience. As you can see, it is rainforest fringed. So it is very green. There is only one building on this beach. No, there's no hotels, no bars, nothing. It's one building that has a restaurant upstairs. It has a gift shop downstairs, and it has some services, some toilets and what have you around the back. That is it. Yeah. So again, if you want that kind of down-to-earth, real Caribbean vibe, then this is the area that you want to come and stay in and visit, even if it is just for 2-3 days after you've stayed down in the southwestern area here. Then yes, I would always suggest Twin Centre, or just to get your little vibe of Tobago, of real Tobago, come and stay up in this area here. So yeah, that's this area, and that's the reason why I love it. Let us move on. Oops, no, not that far. Let's go back. Come on. And I'll get that, make sure that's starting. Now this area, this is all encompassing that northeastern coast, that north, from all the way around here, this side here where my arrow is pointing, which is Charlottesville, all the way around here. So all around that peninsula. This area here, Speyside, as I pointed out before. This is the best area if you have anybody who's interested in scuba diving, interested in the underwater world. We have, this is kind of more advanced if you have people who are medium to advanced divers, because we have a lot of drift diving here, we have a lot of caves here, so it is a little bit more demanding, the diving over in around this side, but it is incredibly beautiful. Over the winter months up until about May, you have this sort of level of visibility, which is absolutely fantastic. Or throughout the whole year, we have strong, really strong coral systems, really vibrant corals. So yeah, fantastic underwater world, really crystal clear water. Throughout the rest of the year, so June all the way through all the way to, say, November, October, November, that's when the water is a little bit more murky. We get the nutrients which come up from South America, which engulf the islands, which make the water more murky. But obviously that murkiness is plankton, which attracts small fish, which attract the larger fish, basically, which attract the big stuff. So divers who want to see the big stuff, the hammerhead sharks that we have, the huge eagle and manta rays that we do have, then they will come later on in the year during that time where the visibility isn't as good as you can see from the video or from this image here, but they have more chance of seeing those bigger things. So that goes back to one of the questions that is always asked, which is kind of when's the best time to travel. For divers, it can be earlier on in the year, over the winter months, into the spring, when they have this crystal clear visibility, really gorgeous visibility, or later on in the year where they can actually interact and see some of the big things that come and visit Tobago. So yeah, fantastic scuba diving. And then in the southwestern tip out down here, which you can barely see because it's just at the edge of the map, we have some wrecks down there, and we have some much easier, some beginner to intermediate sort of dives down there. So no drifts, no strong currents. So it's a lot easier down there. But we do also have some amazing dive sites down in the southwest tip. So yeah, great for scuba diving, great for people who want the underwater world. Let us move on. And we keep traveling around, and we come all the way around to this area called Roxborough, where we have the Argyle Falls, which is this gorgeous, beautiful 3-tiered waterfall here. We also have the Tobago Cocoa Estate, which is absolutely fantastic, a wonderful place to visit. You learn all about the cocoa, the beans from actually seed from pod all the way through to making beautiful chocolate, local gorgeous chocolate that we have. But the main key little delight that Tobago has in this area is the Main Ridge Forest Reserve. It's UNESCO listed. It is the oldest protected rainforest in the Western Hemisphere. It's been protected since 1776, which means next year is the 250th year of that legislation, that protection. And obviously we're planning some various activities to celebrate that. All right. So just the video at the bottom right hand side of the clip is of a fam trip I took a couple of years ago, just showing how easy it is to actually trek through the rainforest. And one of the key things I will always point out is to get a guide. As you can see from this trek, we're not just hacking our way through the rainforest non-stop. We're stopping every few seconds, according to this video, but it was every few minutes as the guide explains and details the various bits and pieces that we can see and interact with as we go through the rainforest. We also have beautiful places where we can stop for lunch, and you can have experiences like this in the top left-hand side, where this is my hand actually feeding two rare white-tailed saber-wing hummingbirds. Tobago is blessed with actually 6 different species of hummingbirds, which you can interact with depending on the year, depending on the time of year, sorry, in the rainforest itself. So yeah, really, really gorgeous, really beautiful, really, really unique sort of down-to-earth, close to nature kind of experiences that you can have, stretching from just trekking through the rainforest and enjoying and experiencing and learning what the guide is telling you, taking your own personal dip in some gorgeous, beautiful, inviting, but cold. Don't tell them I said it was cold, but it's cold. Pools under the waterfall. It's in the rainforest. Come on, it's not going to be hot. And interacting with some gorgeous, beautiful hummingbirds, as well as you can see, some really colourful, vibrant birds that we have in our rainforest. So yeah, that all happens within the rainforest. And yeah, next year we'll be celebrating 250 years of the rainforest itself being protected. So yes, that's the emerald spine of Tobago. Let us move on. And the final area that I want to talk about is the capital itself, Scarborough. Yes, we all know some of you guys might be from Scarborough, but we're not talking about that Scarborough. We're talking about our Scarborough. This is the Scarborough we're talking about, the capital town of Tobago itself. Great for shopping, great for food, restaurants, bars. It's a capital city, so there's lots of things happening within there. But this image is taken from Fort King George, which overlooks Scarborough, and it has the actual museum, the National Museum for Tobago, in there. Again, fascinating if you want to learn a little bit about the culture, the history of the island and the region itself. So yeah, that's it. That's the sort of the voyage of discovery around the island. Obviously, I could, with a different presentation, I could take an hour, 45 minutes talking about all the bits and pieces that you can see. But I hope that gives you a little bit of a taster. Sarah, do I still have a couple of minutes? I don't know what my timing is. Sarah, do I have a couple of minutes?
You're over your 15 minutes.
Am I? Oh,
yes.
I'm over my 15 minutes. Okay, well, I will stop sharing because I was going to show you a little video, but it is about 3 minutes, so let's not worry about that. Guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Hopefully that gives you a nice little taster of what Tobago has to offer. I shall put myself on mute now, unless you've got any questions for me now.
Please pop them into the Q&A and Stephen can answer them in the Q&A for you.
Superb. Thank you guys.
Thanks a lot. Sophia, you will need to unmute yourself because I muted you.
Yes.
There we go. Perfect. It's all yours.
Okay, let me just start to share. Am I seeing?
It's coming. Yeah, it's there. All good.
Okay. All right, so good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. My name again is Sophia, and I'm here to talk about the beautiful, friendly island of Barbados. Now, we have Marriott hotels now branded in Barbados. There are 7 properties, and I'm here to tell you about them and to introduce you to the island of Barbados who doesn't know anything about Barbados. So Barbados, there are several routes to get to Barbados. We have American Airlines that brings you from JFK, Miami, Charlotte, or Philadelphia. And we also have Delta that comes from Atlanta. Then we have Frontier Airlines that comes from St. Lucia, Copa Airlines from Panama, Air Canada from Toronto or Montreal. And we also have WestJet that comes from Toronto as well. So we have lots of areas where you can come and visit us and lots of airlifts that can bring you here, you and your guests. Sorry. Then these are the fun facts about Barbados. We have the Concorde here. We have the famous Rihanna that would have come from Barbados. We have the oldest rum in the world, which is the Mount Gay rum. We have 270 bird species. We had 1,500 rum shops. So if you don't know where to go to get rum, there's plenty places here that you can get it. We have the Bajan dancing, what we call wak up. It's a slow gyration, and there's always someone around to teach you that move. And there's also cricket. We're very famous for cricket. Garfield Sobers. We're here. We're also 167 square miles, and we're part of the Commonwealth. Just to talk about the things that would encourage you to come to Barbados. We have quite a bit of Barbados festivals and events. So we have the Sandy Lane Gold Cup, which happens in March. This is a prestigious horse racing event that is held at the Garrison, and lots of people come here for that. We have the Reggae Festival in April. Quite a bit of popular artists, reggae artists come here and they perform. So it's quite a hub for activity around that time. We have Rally Barbados, where we have a lot of international motorsport events that come here and do their stages with locals and international drivers. Then we have our popular Crop Over Festival, and that is a vibrant month-long celebration of Barbadian culture. So you learn how to do our famous walk up then. And there are quite a beautiful parades, music, and costumes. Then there is the Food and Rum Festival, which is going on right now. It's happening between October and November, and this showcase all of our culinary skills. We compare for our local as well as international, and we make it quite a bit of a festival occasion. So it's quite a lot of people come here for that, and it's quite a great celebration where you enjoy quite a lot of different cuisines at that time. Then we're going to talk about the activities that we have here. We have the famous Harson's Cave, which has give us a eco adventure. So we have our little zip lining, we have obstacle courses there, we have rum tasting there. So it's one activity that is quite popular among us. Then we have our famous Oysters Festival, where you get an exceptional fish fry. You can get it grilled. We have quite a bit of different venues there set up. It's quite rustic. A lot of locals enjoy it, as well as a lot of our tourists. That is a place where everybody comes together and have a good time. It's quite open. It's quite unique for everyone because there are a lot of different vendors that you can go to. There's music being played. There's also a lot of what should I say, like takeaways that you can have there. So it's quite energetic. And if you love people watching, I always say to go there because a lot of people surround that area, and it's very popular on a Friday night. These are the catamaran cruises that we offer, so you can get pan on the sand. So for those who enjoy steel pan, we have cruises that take you off, into the water, and you have your steel pan moment there, so you can see persons there enjoying themselves. And then you could go to our luxury sailing, which you can do a private catamaran. You have your personal butler there, and you sit in a very exquisite setting, and it's quite a nice experience. I've been on it, and it's really lovely. Then we just go into when you come to Barbados, these are the properties that we have. We have all-inclusive. There are 6 properties that we have all-inclusive, and then we have one that's a luxury, and it offers you a breakfast only European plan. So we have 6 all-inclusives and 1 European plan. Let me just talk about the properties now. So the locations that you see here, okay, so we have this area here is what we call the Platinum Coast, and then over this side is called the South Coast. Now we have one property in this area, which is Turtle Beach Resort, and that is an all-inclusive family hotel. On the other side, which is on the Platinum side, we have the other 6 properties. We have the Waves, we have Crystal Cove, we have the House, which is adult property. Let me just go back. Crystal Cove is a family hotel. We have Waves, which is also a family hotel. Then we have the House, which is adult only, and that's exclusive to just adults and only to persons that are staying at the hotel. Then there is Tamarind Cove, which is a family hotel. And then there is Treasure Beach, which is an adult hotel. So if you have a group that is staying in this area, we have adults that can stay at the house. Then you have next door, which is right next door, Tamarind Cove, which offers a family. And then there also is Treasure. So we have a nice, shared area here where you have a big group, then persons that can still come together and be staying in the same location. Then on the far north, we have Colony Club, which is our luxury EP hotel, and that offers only breakfast. So we have quite a bit of selection. So when you come to Barbados, you have a lot of choice. And the beautiful thing about it is that we can do exchange dining at all. So even though that you're booked at one property, you can go and eat or drink at any of the all-inclusive properties for free. The only one you would have to pay extra for would be for the EP property, where if you go there, you can go there and enjoy the amenities that are offered, but then you will have to just pay for your meals and your drinks. And we have on this area, on the platinum side, we have what we call a boat, shared catamaran, not a catamaran, sorry, a boat that takes you from one stage to the other. So you can book that, and that is also free as well. It's called a water taxi, just coming back to me. And that takes you from one property to the other. It has a schedule, date, times that it goes, but you're free to use it at any time and book it. It operates from 9 o'clock until 4:30. So during the day, you can operate it. Unfortunately, at night, you would have to take a taxi. Just take you into what the three properties are all inclusive and telling you a bit about it. This is Waves. Waves, we would say, is all into core wellness, experience rejuvenation, and spa. Now, if you book a certain amount, a certain category room, you get 3 spa massages per adult as according to your room category. And everyone will then get also a 30-minute, depends on the category. Well, any category, you get a 30-minute jet lag massage. But then if you book a certain category room, then you can do then the 3 massages or treatments per guest. This is again talking about the Waves. We have a total of 70 guest rooms. And the beautiful thing about Waves is divided into 2 areas. There's a family side and there's also an adult side. On the road side is divided between a road, and on the road side, we have adults only, and it's into the tranquil surroundings is very good for any persons that's coming to relax and who want to get away from the kids. And there's no noise. There's a lovely pool over there, the spies over on that side, and a lot of persons prefer that area. Then on this beach side, we have the family side where your kids can be. So it can, again, if you have a family that is a mixture of one side, one person wants to be on the adult and the other person wants to be with the family. And then in the evening or during the day, you can all come together. But this gives you a lovely blend when you stay at the Waves. This is all that is offered. We have this children's corner. We have 2 restaurants on property. We have a coffee bar and deli. There are 2 pools, one on the seaside and the other on the adult side. We have also offered water sports, which is all inclusive. So you get motorized and non-motorized in the package. There is a gym as well. And then we have beach and pool ambassadors that when you're lying on the beach, they come to you and they offer you refreshments or go for your drinks for you. So they encourage you to be lazy and to enjoy your holiday. Then we're going to go to the house, which is an adult property. Now the house, we call this home away from home. When you stay here, it's like your home. The restaurant is actually called the living room. So in the living room is where all your meals are served. So there are 39 rooms and suites on this property, and the majority of them are oceanfront. We only have 3 properties, and they come with their own individual plunge pool. So that's the beauty about them. But they're roadside, but every room outside these 3 rooms are oceanfront rooms. You get champagne breakfast every morning at the house. So you get served that. There's also the jet lag massage. You get the 30-minute jet lag massage every stay and every guest. So they're encouraged there. We have a spa on property. So along with that, you also can go there for your treatments. In the evening, we have a sunset photo ritual. So we encourage you to come on the deck, and the staff then take a Polaroid photo with you. And that is your takeaway to remember your holiday with us at the house. These are other things that is offered. It's for older families. It has 18 years and over. And shopping and nightlife is just at the tip of the whole town. So we have quite a bit of nightlife there, and it's very close to golf courses, and tours or activities are also along that area as well. And all the ambassadors are there to help. Then we go to Treasure Beach, which is our art hotel. This is the adult property, which is next door to Tamarind Cove. I'm going to go back to Tamarind after, but Treasure Beach is our other autograph property, and this is an art property. And what happens at this art property is that you have a canvas and paint and all your canvas, your paint, and everything in each room that you can create your own memory to take back home with you. Outside of that, there then is this one canvas that is normally in the lobby, and you can, yes, you're laughing, you can make a mark. So everybody comes and they make a little indication with, helping along with this paint, and then it adds to the property, and that is part of the art. And then each month they also have an art celebration where you have professional artists now come and they do their live painting, and it's like a cocktail party and everybody's there to enjoy. So it's quite an exclusive area. And if you're into art, that's the place to go. Just telling you a bit about the property. So we have 35 one-bedroom suites there. Again, it's all located on the Platinum, on the West Coast, what we call the Platinum Coast. It's for couples or solo travelers and art and culture enthusiasts. So if you can buy it out with booking just 20 rooms alone, and you can have your own group there and having a great art adventure. These are the things that are offered. We have one restaurant on property, but we have a coffee shop as well, and also the water sports, and the water sport motorized and no motorized is also included. These are the activities that are offered throughout your stay. We have the mandala art class, we have a bottle art class, easels and canvases in the room, you have the art crawl. So quite a bit of activities are offered while you're staying there. It's quite intimate and a boutique property. And if you have a small group, it's very ideal for everyone to stay and enjoy. Then we go to the luxury line, which is Colony Club. Colony Club reopened in September 3rd, and it has been a hive of activity. Colony Club is our one luxury property on the island, and it has 101 rooms, and they're all beautiful. All surrounded like in a horseshoe around all these lush gardens, lovely, what should I say, a lagoon pool. Some pools, you have swim up pools that is right in front of your room, and okay, hold on. And everything is nice in terms of your, sorry. Just realized that my battery is going low. I don't want to miss you. So this is the Colony Club. Now, Colony Club have 96 rooms and suites, and it is on the West Coast, which is called the Platinum Coast. This is also not all inclusive. It offers you breakfast alone, and it's ideal for the traveler couples and wellness seekers. And it has various offerings. We have our popular rum vault there. This is an exclusive restaurant there, which is paired it has 150 rums in there, and the meals are paired with the food. So you have wine that is paired with food. We do rum that is paired with food. And it's a very exquisite and very luxurious occasion. You can book it outside of the hotel. So we have quite a lot of locals that book it, and a lot of groups. It can hold up to 10 persons. So if you have a girls group come in and they want to do something nice throughout their stay, that's the ideal thing to do. It's very, very popular and it's enjoyed by everyone. I haven't done it myself, but I've gotten really good reviews on it, and everybody seems to be happy and enjoying it. We have 2 restaurants on property, and for those who deal with groups, we have 2 event spaces at this property that can host up to 30 in one room and 100 in the other, and it's away from the property, so you're not interfering with the actual hotel guests. So it's quite popular for groups, and it's been very busy with our corporate team. So a lot of corporate Barbados and international have been using it. So Colony Club is quite a buzz right now, but it's a beautiful property and it's very tranquil with all the lovely gardens around. So these are the properties that we have that are coming soon, and this is in 2026. They're currently in renovation and they're due to come on stream next year. So Tamarind Cove, you would have heard me speak about that before. That sits between the house and Treasure Beach, and this is our family hotel. This has 85 family style rooms. And I think eventually you're gonna end up with 111 rooms at this property. But it's a very vast property because it is spread across a wide range. So you never feel like you're on top of each other. We have 3 restaurants on this property, 2 bars and 1 coffee shop. The dining room program, you know, you go from one property to the other, so it's quite popular there. We have 3 pools. Again, the water sports and the non-motorized are included. We also have beach ambassadors there. Shopping and nightlife is close to Whole Town. So the popular Lime Grove, which is exclusive, and our upmarket shopping area is pretty close to there. It's also very close to the golf. And again, tours and activities are also stone throw away. Then we go to our 2 tribute hotels that will be opening again next year as well. We have Crystal Cove, which again is a family hotel that has 88 rooms, and it's also located on the West Coast. They have a popular cave bar in this area. It's very, very known and very popular with the guests, where you can also swim up right up to the bartender here on this side, or you can sit on the dry side and enjoy your meals and look out to the ocean and to the pool. So it's very, very popular with the guests there. Just talking a bit more about Crystal. Again, they're all inclusive, as I mentioned, and the motorized and non-motorized are offered. Then we have Turtle Beach, the final one. This is the only property that's located on the south coast, and this sits at the top of the popular St. Lawrence Gap, where all the nightlife lies. It will have 165 rooms when it's completed. This is very, very popular with families as well. Like Tamarind Cove, this is spread across a huge beach. It sits right next door to Sandals, but it's very loved by a lot of the repeat guests there because the beaches are beautiful. And you never feel like you're on top of each other because of the vast amount of beach area that they have. So it's a beautiful location. It has 3 restaurants, one on the beach, the main restaurant, and then there's one called Asiegos. So it's very, very good in terms of families and for large groups. It has 3 bars. It has an ice cream parlor, which is quite popular, and again, a coffee shop, and that's all included in when you book with them. There's also a kids pool and a jacuzzi pool as well. So that's the only property that has a jacuzzi pool. And the collection offerings. This is what we offer, sorry. So we offer the dining room program, the exchange privileges that you can go from one property to the other. We have the water taxi service, which is complimentary. The only thing is that the water taxi does not go to the south coast because of the huge current and the water, you know, what we call the underwater challenges in terms of getting up to the south coast. So you will not be able to go on the water taxi up to Turtle Beach. But the other 6 properties on the Platinum or the West Coast, you are willing and easy to access. We have the beach.
I'm really sorry. I need to stop you here because we've run out of time completely. So I need to move on to Jade. So sorry.
Okay.
But no, thank you very much for that. If you do have any questions for Sophia, please pop them into the Q&A. Thank you very much, Sophia. Jade, hello, welcome back.
Hello, thank you. Last but not least, I'll talk a little bit quicker now. Right. I think, is that shared? It looks weird. It looks different to normal.
Yeah, it's coming up. Just click to
Oh, there we
present.
go. Yeah. There we go. It's been a while. It's not doing it. Here we go. It's thinking about it. It hasn't gone big on my screen. There we go. So hello everyone. As I mentioned in the beginning, my name is Jade and I have the pleasure of looking after True Blue Bay Boutique Resort in Grenada. I am the key account manager in the UK and Europe. The hotel doesn't have representation in the US or Canada, but I'm here to help anybody at all. Obviously you can reach out to the hotel directly, but if there's ever a question about True Blue from anybody, I'm more than happy to answer it. So just focusing on some airlift from the UK because it's surprisingly very good. Virgin Atlantic have 2 flights a week to Grenada via Barbados. And British Airways have 3 flights a week that alternate between St. Lucia and Antigua 3 times a week from Gatwick. So there's really good options there for airlift out of the UK. And as Stephen mentioned in his presentation, these are flights that go via a different Caribbean island with a touchdown. So nobody has to get off of the aircraft. So it kind of is like a direct flight. It also opens up that option to do twin centres. So one that's been really popular for this year and even booking into next year is doing 5 nights in St. Lucia and 5 nights in Grenada. So people tend to really, really love that twin centre option as well. And obviously, for those that are listening in from across the pond, your connections over to the Caribbean and Grenada are far greater than ours, so it's much easier for you guys. And not many people know that Grenada is actually made up of 3 different islands. So Grenada just happens to be the biggest island out of the 3 and the most popular. But Carriacou and Petite Martinique are really beautiful islands in Grenada that I definitely recommend clients to visit. You can take a fast catamaran over to Carriacou. It takes about 90 minutes ish on average, and it goes twice a day. So that's a really good thing to do. You can also take a flight, which takes about 15 minutes. So it's a really good way to see another part of Grenada. And we actually are going to be building a True Blue 2 in Carriacou, which is amazing news that we're just starting to share because it's still early phases. We've got a couple of years before that happens. But I do just want to mention it because it's a stunning island, and we're going to have another hotel that we get to talk about. So quick video on Grenada. I think it's really important to understand Grenada as a destination before we even get to True Blue Bay. So let's start with that. So that gives you a little insight, but it's such a beautiful island. I mean, there's rainforest, there's waterfalls, there's crater lakes, there's leatherback turtles, and you've got that surrounding the beaches as well. So it's a really diverse island. And I think we typically find clients have traveled to Jamaica, St. Lucia, Barbados, and they've done all of those destinations and they're looking for something a little bit different. So Grenada's definitely good. A good one to suggest to clients that are quite well traveled throughout the Caribbean and want to try something new. So on to True Blue Bay, it's such a wonderfully different product. And I think one of the key things that makes it so special is that it's family owned and run. So you can see that photo there on the slide at the top, which is the Fielden family who have owned and operated the hotel since 1998. And it's really different when hotels have this kind of personal touch from a family that are running the resort day to day. So I personally love that about the hotel. So we are a 4-star family friendly all ages property. We're climate smart, we're eco-friendly, and we just ooze Grenada, which is amazing. So you know that you're in Grenada when you're here. We offer bed and breakfast, half board and all-inclusive options. And honestly, most people stay with us on bed and breakfast. Why is that? That is because people are explorers that stay with us. So they want to get out on the water. They want to go and hire a car. They want to go and see Grenada and be in Grenada. So we typically find most guests do stay on bed and breakfast because they want to go out and dine with the locals and really immerse themselves into that authentic culture. So you can see a couple of images here of the hotel. It's just so bright and colourful. I mean, it's Caribbean, it's Grenada, and it's a really peaceful location. So we're actually just under 10 minutes from Maurice Bishop International Airport. So we're really close by to everything and the main capital of St. George's. And we're spread out over quite a lot of land. So we're 70 rooms, 70 rooms, which is actually a very small hotel in the grand scheme of things in Grenada. But we're actually spread over quite a lot of land, which is nice. You've got the water right there, and it's so easy just to come off the restaurant and hop onto a boat and get to the underwater sculpture park, for example, which is a really famous attraction to do in Grenada. So you can be there in about 15 to 20 minutes. So wherever you are on property, whether it's by land or by water, you can get somewhere else to explore, which is amazing. I do like to point out our location near to the St George's University. So that's just out here and to the left of us. But what that means is that if you come out of the main road and turn left, you get to all of these restaurants and shops, and there's some bars. It's a really nice walk down towards the university. So if people did want to do a bit of exploring on foot, it's really, really good and easy to do that from the hotel. A personal favourite of mine, which I always try to get agents to recommend to their clients, is something called Containers Park. So if you come out of the hotel and turn left, and at the roundabout take the next left, it takes about 10 minutes and you get to Containers Park. And that is just a small village of old sea containers that have been transformed into little mini restaurants. And it's a really nice experience to go and do that one evening. So it's family friendly before 10 o'clock, and then after that it's more of an adult only scene, but I definitely recommend it. So for a 70-room small hotel, we certainly pack a punch in terms of what we offer. So we have 4 swimming pools. We have a wonderful treetop yoga studio, and that really is so nice. You don't even need to be a professional at yoga. There's just something about doing that daily up in a tree house, listening to the ocean, that is amazing. And one of the owners, Magdalena, has a real passion for wellness, and she will be there every day doing her yoga classes as well. We have an on-site bakery, which is somewhere you can taste all of the delicacies of Grenada in one place. Grenada is famous for its nutmeg production, and I say this in every webinar. You wake up to the smell of nutmeg being baked into these cakes, and it is the best scent you have ever smelt. We offer non-motorised water sports, complimentary shuttles to some alternative beaches in Grenada, which we'll touch on in a moment. We have an on-site dive centre as well. So Grenada is really popular for diving, and we have partnered with Aquanauts, which is a really big company, particularly famous in the US for dive operations. So that's really good for those that have clients interested in dive. We offer an on-site spa, 2 bars and 1 restaurant. We're 70 rooms, so 1 restaurant is more than enough for us, with some really fun themes throughout the week as well. We like to add quirky things into our offering. So turn up service is something that was created. So instead of a turn down service, we just ask every guest to turn up to the Vibe Pool Bar between 5 and 6, and you can drink rum punch, have a bit of a dance, meet some other guests, eat some complimentary food, and it's kind of the hangout place before dinner. It doesn't matter what meal plan you're on, bed and breakfast, half board or all inclusive, every guest is welcome to come and enjoy this together. So on to added values, not all of the tour operators actually show that this is included in the rate, which can be a bit of a pain sometimes. But even if you're on bed and breakfast, clients are getting access to all of these extra added values. So we do offer daily beach shuttles to 2 different beaches in Grenada. So we're just past Grandance Beach, which is the most famous beach in Grenada. But my personal favourite is BBC Beach, which is quite close to Mount Cinnamon, if anyone's familiar with the destination. And I do recommend going to BBC Beach for the day. We offer 2 complimentary yoga classes per person at our lovely Treetop Yoga Studio. The non-motorised water sports are included, and we even throw in a free excursion for everyone to enjoy. So a tour of the House of Chocolate, which is in town in St George's. The hotel will transport you there. You get admission into the excursion and get to learn about the history and chocolate making of Grenada, which is a really good day out. And then on to rooms. So we've only got 4 different types of room categories, so it's quite easy to remember. So really quickly and in a nutshell, the leading rooms, which are the true blue style, are perfect for those that maybe are on a budget. They're not going to be spending much time in the rooms. They're kind of explorers, and that's their space. Every single category does come with some form of a kitchenette. So again, it doesn't matter what meal plan you're on. It's just really nice to have those home away from home comforts. And obviously, as the room categories get bigger, then the kitchens naturally get bigger with that. We offer different types of suites, everything from a honeymoon suite to waterfront suites. They all come with a separate living area to the bedroom, and obviously they're larger. So these are good for families as well, or those that are celebrating a special romantic occasion. And we have our famous Cocoa Pod rooms, which were the first ever self-sustaining climate smart rooms that were created by one of the owners. We've won a lot of awards for, green globe and just doing everything we can to make the planet a better and greener place. So these rooms were designed by the owner to kind of incorporate that into the hotel as well. And this wall that you see here was actually hand painted by local artists. So they give so much back to the local community. Actually, our new rum bar was just repainted again by some local artists. So we try to support the local community and really bring a Grenadian influence in and around the resort. And then we have our 2-bedroom villas, which are so popular for families. So they're located on 2 floors and they're absolutely huge, and it makes traveling for families to the Caribbean really affordable. So they will actually sleep 6 people, and that can be 4 adults and 2 kids, or 4 kids and 2 adults. So it's an amazingly cost-effective way to take a larger family to Grenada. There's just a picture of the waterfront suite, and you can actually see the university here. So once you come out of the hotel, that's how close you are to get to all of those shops and everything. And the villas are amazing. So this is upstairs, the 2 bedrooms are downstairs. You come up to this massive open plan area, and you can't see it in this photo, but you've even got your own private plunge pool behind there as well. And then onto food, we offer different themes every single night of the week. It's always fun, it's always fresh, there's always live entertainment. It's a real treat actually staying inside the hotel. I was here for 9 nights earlier this year, and I actually ate inside the hotel for 7 of those nights because it was just amazing. But the most famous night of them all is Street Food Wednesday, which I'm sure some of you may have heard of. A night in is like a night out on a Wednesday at True Blue, but for everybody to enjoy. In fact, everybody staying anywhere as far as Royalton and Spice Island, everyone is sending their guests to us on a Wednesday night to experience this wonderful concept. So the owners created the idea to invite local restaurants into the hotel to cook the most amazing street food so that guests can get to experience real Grenada in food, in music, in taste, in smell, and it's just the most incredible experience. So if you are booking a stay for your guests, please make sure it includes a Wednesday, and you can see a snippet of that here. It's literally the most fun night. I'm conscious of time, so I'm really going to quickly speed through the rest of these slides. We're super family friendly. I think people don't often kind of associate us as a family friendly hotel, but we really are, and there's lots for children to do. Kids under the age of 12 stay and eat for free. They even have their own kids menus for every night of those themed weeks as well, and lots of different activities. I just have to leave my son in here now because I took him earlier this year, and he's only 5 and he had the best time. Water sports I've touched on, and the dive centre, and agent incentives. So obviously if you're in the US, Canada and Europe, the currency is as per your equivalent, but we do offer £10 or 1 free night per booking when you do make a booking with us. So as long as you've logged it in this platform, you get the choice of a free night or the cash reward. And we also offer amazing agent rates. We're super generous because we really want travel agents to come and spend some time with us, because you will fall in love with the hotel when you're here. And of course, if you fall in love with it, then you can make your clients do exactly the same. So in the follow-up, I'll put where everybody can book and access the hotel, because I just really quickly want to mention the Black Friday sale is coming up in November. So ours will run from the 28th of November with an extra day through to the 2nd of December. And the price point is going to be amazing. So everyone can access that from anywhere in the world, those Black Friday offers, but they're going to have discounts in excess of almost up to 50%. So definitely watch out for that for Black Friday. In a rushed nutshell, that's True Blue Bay. And if you've got any questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jade. Wow, that was great, and loving the music from the Dodgy Duck. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. Okay, questions. We've had a lot of questions that people have been answering behind the scenes. Trish has asked what time of year would it be best to see the hummingbirds. Stephen, I think this one's for you.
I think I've answered that. I did answer it. Basically, there's about 4 of the 6 species which live on around in and live, but you know what I mean. They're in Tobago year round, and there's a couple of the species that visit over the winter into the spring months. So spring months are generally the best time because you'll see all 6 species if you want to. But you will always have an interaction with a hummingbird regardless of whatever time you visit. So yeah.
Brill. Thank you very much. How long is the drive from the airport to get to Waves in Barbados, Sophia?
It's about 20 to 25 minutes drive.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Kendra, I don't know which hotel this is for. I've got a feeling it could be Barbados, but if you can just let me know. Any FAMs or property inspections available to any of these properties? Jade, I'll start with you.
Sorry, I was reading through the chat as you were saying that. Could you repeat the question, please?
Stop reading, listen. Are FAMs and property inspections available to any of these properties? So I'll start with you.
Yeah, well, obviously we have the agent rate, so that's what we encourage people obviously to do. And then if anybody's visiting and wants a site inspection, we'll host you for a lunch as well. So just get in contact with me.
Brilliant. Thank you. Sophia,
Mhm.
any FAMs or
Oh.
site inspections?
Yes, we are currently doing quite a bit of farms, even hard hat tours for the properties that are not open, because we show the renderings there so you can see what is to come. So yes, we are open to farm.
Perfect. And Stephen, you do, as a tourist board, you do FAMs, don't you?
We do throughout the year. Well, not throughout the year. Every year we have to put in a plan to arrange either themed FAMs or more general overall experience FAMs. So yes, every year we will always have a little program. But the best way to get into our vision is to do some bookings, register on Tobago Rewards, and that will always catch our eye. Hint, hint.
Perfect. Super amazing. How much do you consider for a group package? Want to come with a group to Grenada Carnival 2026, Jade?
I am actually sad to say that Carnival for next year at True Blue is already sold out,
Up there.
which is amazing, but it is sold out already. So I'm
Okay,
sorry,
so
but we can help her work on those
2027.
dates. Yeah.
So 2027, how much would how many people would you need, would a group be classed as?
It would be 10 rooms as a minimum for a group. But if the agent wants to contact me, I've just put my email in the chat. So, or if there's a different time we can help, then just let me know.
Perfect. So Kendra was asking Sophia for you, are there any adult only sections or hotels?
There is the Treasure Beach that's adult only, and there's the house. And then Waves have an adult side.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got a minute to go. So if everyone can go to chat, make sure that your drop down says everyone. As a reminder for today, every single person on the webinar, and we've got a lot of you, are entered into the prize draw. If you answer the fastest finger first and you have a correct answer, you will get 10 entries rather than 1. And I'll let you know tomorrow who the winners are. So Stephen, you went first today. Can you tell us what your question is, please?
Yes, my question is, I mentioned a particular beach in Tobago, which is the perfect Robinson Crusoe beach. Which beach is that beach that I mentioned, which is the beach?
Which beach?
Which beach? Which beach? And I'm seeing the correct answer, or Englishman's Bay.
Okay, so Sharon was the first person. She said Englishman's
Yeah.
Bay. Is that correct?
Is correct, yes. Englishman's Bay. Gosh, you guys were
Perfect.
paying attention, definitely.
Popping Sharon's name down. Sharon, you've got 10 entries. And Sophia, do you have a little question for us?
Yes, please. My question is, how many hotel brands do we have in the Marriott Barbados collection?
Dum, dum,
The
dum.
brands, not the hotels, the brands.
Oh,
The brands, not
okay.
the hotels.
Oh.
Yes, I see. Sherry,
So what's the answer?
3. There is a luxury collection there's the autograph, and there's the tribute portfolio.
Perfect. So scrolling to find
I think it's Sherry.
Rachel, Wendy.
Sherry Chesley.
Yeah, Sherry, yeah.
Perfect. You have your point, Sherry and Jade. Please
So
don't
my-
let it be over because I'm going to get
No,
confused.
no, it's pretty easy question actually. So turn up service happens daily between which hours? Who said that first? Elizabeth Jacob. Well done.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Jacob. Perfect. You have your points. And Stephen's got his little cat to say hello to us or goodbye to us.
Hello,
So
goodbye.
thank you everybody for joining us, and we've appreciated
Okay.
it. These hotels and tourist boards are trade friendly. I will send a follow-up with the recording, and Jade, Sophia and Stephen will be looped in. If you have any further questions for them, let them know. We've got a couple of questions still pending. Don't worry, I will send it to them and they will contact you directly. If you need anything, let us know. Keep logging your bookings. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Same to you, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Stephen's cat. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh.